Okay, go.
How's it going, everybody? Landon with the Truck Boss Show. Thank you so much for joining us this week. As always, next to my good friend Isela.
Hola, hola, ¿qué tal, muchachos? Isela here with you guys.
Hola, hola.
Yeah, gotta change it up a bit.
I know, a little mix and match there. You know, in the Hickish language, we just say hi. So, anyway, we're so glad that you joined us on the show. As you know, we've got great stuff coming up for you. We've got an incredible segment when it comes to a great story about a driver who actually had an inspirational turnaround when it comes to his health concern and what he's doing now in the industry. And then our great friend Hope from Mother
With a
Trucking.
lot of good tips for all of you that are on the road for a long time.
Exactly. Some really good insight. But as always, we want to start off this show, latest headlines, what's hitting social media, what's getting viral. So if you don't mind, what's Spanish for I get to go first, not ladies first?
Es tu
Something
turno.
like
Es tu turno. Ladies first, though.
Nuh-uh, not here.
Go.
But I will tell you this. FMCSA just opened up a public comment session to where they're actually asking for public information and public feedback when it comes to autonomous trucks and what you think about that. So this is a really big deal. So I'm going to just launch a few of these questions so that you understand what they're asking for and get your feedback. So get a part of this when it comes to commenting, sharing, get a part of the conversation. Here are those questions. Does the FMCSA actually require a human driver? What a question there, right? And then CDL endorsements for automated driving system operators. What are those endorsements? And then when it comes to hours of service, if you're running an autonomous truck, do hours of service change? And then one or two others are, what about distracted driving and monitoring? And above all, what about inspection, repair, and maintenance for ADS-equipped trucks? Isela, I don't know about you, but when it comes to autonomous trucks, stay with me here.
Listen, I'm thinking about it because, listen, if I'm driving and I'm on the highway and, of course, you know, I'm a parent, I have my kids in the car, I look over and I see a truck with no driver, I think I'm in a panic. Maybe, I'm like, whoa, what's going on here?
A great mentor in trucking once told me that public opinion will drive public policy. And it's going to be interesting, and I hope all of you that are on the road today actually get a part of this conversation. At the same time, we want the public to get a part of this conversation.
Yeah, we want to know what you think about this.
What do you feel? Will 80,000-pound trucks be okay if there's someone that's not driving it, if it's autonomous, at the same time someone that's in the background?
It's an interesting topic.
Last thing I'll say, not to cut you off, because that's what we do at the Truck Wash Show.
You like to be center of attention, we know.
Exactly.
Diva.
And I'm so thankful that you noticed that. But on top of all of that, we've talked to so many owner-operators that feel like this is actually around the corner. It's already happening, and it's just like it's going to be tomorrow. But then you talk to others that it's not going to be in this lifetime. So
either way,
we'll
things are changing. We have to adapt. So whether we like it or not, it could be something that's going to be happening soon. Maybe not.
Absolutely.
Who knows? We'll find out.
And we all know, I mean, literally, trucking drives America. And it's going to be interesting.
We might not have a choice.
Is see if America doesn't mind a driver not being a part of what's driving America. So
we'll see.
Anyway, we'll see about it. What's next?
Well, let me tell you that I have something interesting to talk about. We have an award-winning truck driver celebrated for more than 3.5 million safe driving miles has been arrested. Now, according to the FBI in San Antonio field office, the driver out of Bandera, Texas, was arrested on May 22nd. According to the Bandera County Sheriff's Office, the driver was indicted in April by Texas grand jury. Now, he is a very well-known truck driver in the industry. He was chosen as an honoree for the TA and Petro Citizen driver. He was named to the American Trucking Association America's Road Team for 2017 through 2018 as part of the Citizen Driver Award, the Petro off Interstate 10 in San Antonio, Texas. Well, they renamed it. They said, we're not going to deal with that. If the allegations are true, this is a clear violation of the rules and regulations surrounding our road warrior contestants. Pending the investigation, we have removed him from all communications. Our thoughts are with all those affected by this extremely sad and unfortunate situation. Landon, it's unfortunate for a driver who has been recognized and for a lot of the good things that he did, and for it to just be taken for something that
Honestly,
I don't know. It's a touchy subject.
it is a very touchy subject, but I want to focus on the very fact that Truck Boss Show, we really advocate in being able to bring attention to what's awesome in trucking, the positive side of what the driver does every day, the carriers do every day, what really moves America. And I want to highlight these companies like Pilot and others and TA. They did a great job of getting out in front of this because of these decisions that were made. They said, nope, that's not going to be accepted here. That's not tolerated. This is not who we are as a driver. And we're going to flip this around and make it sure that everybody understands exactly who we are in the trucking industry. So hats
Kudos
off
to
to
you
all
guys.
of you guys.
Yes.
Great job. So,
Yes.
Isela, what I'm excited about is that we have two great segments. And if you don't mind, again, I get to go first.
Go ahead. I know.
I know.
It's all about you.
You got to love this.
We get
This is
it.
good. I love it.
I think they
But
get it.
They get it. They get it.
Go ahead, ladies
Sure.
first. Go ahead. It's okay.
Share
I
some
get
love.
it.
Anyway, I want to shift gears. I had the opportunity to sit down with my friend Todd, who is an awesome OTR driver who has been driving for over 17 years. However, he's retired now because over the years he actually ignored some very important health concerns, and it led him to becoming an amputee. He talks about that story and also shares important information that you need to hear and the things that you can do today to make sure that you stay healthy on the road. Check it out. How's it going, everybody? Landon with the Truck Boss Show. Thank you so much for joining us on this special segment. Honored to be next to Todd Barrone out of Pittsburgh, Missouri. Todd, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, thank you, Landon, for having me.
Absolutely, man. It's been an honor to get to know you. You and I have had a very passionate conversation off air.
Yes, we have.
And I'm excited about being able to, for you to be able to share your story and what you're doing to better the industry today with drivers coming into the industry and more. So, again, just an honor to have you.
Well, thank you. It's like I said, it's an honor to be here. Honored to be able to help my fellow truckers out there.
No, when we got connected, you shared with me that you are an amputee, and talk about that experience, if you don't mind. I know it's sensitive, but at the same time, what you learned from that and what you currently are experiencing from that drives your passion to help.
Well, poor life choices, of course, being on the road did not help my situation. But you got to stay healthy. You got to do the best you can. Get out and walk, do these things. You close that door and sit in there for 6 hours at a shot is not a good way to do it. You need to keep moving, but you got to take a break. You got to get out and exercise, and you got to watch what you eat. And that and 3 packs of cigarettes a day did not help. And I encourage them not to smoke. You got to be careful.
When it comes to becoming an amputee, you're saying because of the decisions you made with health decisions, plus the inactivity of getting out of the truck, plus smoking, caused being an amputee, if you don't mind me asking?
I think a lot of it had quite a bit to do with it. Yeah, it did. But see, the biggest thing I think what did was I broke my foot, and I had neuropathy, and I didn't know it. And of course, by the time I really realized what was going on, my foot started to deform, and there was a condition called Charcot foot. And I still drove, after that, but it started to get worse and worse to the point to where they had to remove it.
I'm very sorry for that. I mean, I've got a dear friend that has gone through something similar, and that's definitely not easy. So when it came to obviously having to remove your foot because of the condition, becoming an amputee, what was that experience like when it came to going through it? And at the same time, was it the support of others that really inspired you to be able to give back support to drivers and more?
Going through all this, you don't hear about this ever. You hardly hear anybody talk about this. And there's a lot of guys that are afraid to ask questions or don't know what they're doing. You keep this up, you're going to go down a very bad road. Try doing this instead, or whatever you can do to help. I just love helping people. And I know I was scared a bit. And what got me through was my family and my close relationship to God. That's what got me through it. And I tell you, anybody can do it. You do what you got to do. It's always better than the alternative, which, well, we know what that is.
Right now, when it comes to a rookie coming into the industry, jumping in the truck and starting to drive,
what one thing would you share with them as a piece of advice due to what you've gone through in your career, driving and health-wise? What's that piece of advice?
The one I would definitely tell them is take care of yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Something happens to you, they're going to have an ad in the paper for your replacement by the time you take your last check. So take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, you can't take care of your family and you can't do your job. Take care of you, do your job to the best of your ability, but take care of you, you're going to win. You're going to come out on top.
Todd, I can't thank you enough for your time, for your insight, for your honest opinions. Thank you so much for your time on the road, and we look forward to having you back on our show.
Isela, I have to share what I loved about Todd is that he has such a passion to make sure the next generation of drivers and those who are on the road today actually pay attention to what's important when it comes to their health.
Well, and then the good thing about him is that he did not let his condition bring him down. It could, it could mentally, it can just tear you up. And,
exactly.
And some people decide to say, hey, I'm going to give up. But Todd didn't. Todd decided to say, you know what, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take advantage, and I'm going to put it to use, and I'm just going to let everyone out there know, it's very important to take care of yourself.
Right. I mean, being an amputee
Health
and
is
losing
number
your
one.
foot, I mean, it's easy to go, you know what?
Yes.
Life's over. I'm done with this. I'm just going to go my own way.
I quit.
Screw everything else. But no, he's actually using it as a platform. He's a business owner outside of trucking right now when it comes to his own wood company, which is amazing. Got to check that out. But at the same time, he really is his platform to be able to reach the next generation. It's just great. So we want to hear those stories. Get a part of this conversation.
We love
like,
that.
comment, share. We want to know anybody else that you know that we need to bring apart on this show and bring visibility to those kind of stories. So
we do.
Isela?
Now, speaking of health, well, we have our girl Hope with Mother Trucker Yoga, who has great tips for you that are out on the road for long periods of time. Back pain can be a big issue. She has some stretches that can help you out. So check this video out.
Hey everyone, Nikki here at the Truck Boss Show. We are live at Rush Truck Centers here in Oklahoma City with our friend Hope from Mother Trucker Yoga. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us, Hope. We always love having you on the show. Today we're going to talk about lower back pain. We know that you all are on the road for long hours on your caboose, and sometimes that lower back pain starts to sit in. Hope is going to discuss some tips and tricks on how to prevent that lower back pain, or what to do when that pain does set in. So I'm going to step to the side and let Hope take over.
Thanks. I get it. Back pain is the pits. And when you're stuck in the cab, sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours, who knows how long you might be on the road before you stop again. It can be really uncomfortable and almost debilitating trying to focus on driving your load safely to where it needs to go and dealing with a pain in your back. I'm going to show you one move that you can do anywhere that you're seated, but especially when you're driving, to help eliminate some of that lower back pain. So holding on to the wheel safely, just try to sit really tall. And as you sit nice and tall, think about swooshing water in a bowl front to back. So on an inhale, I want you to try to arc your lower back, your belly spills out, and it's almost like your booty is trying to spread wide behind you. And then as you exhale, tip your tailbone up and sink into your lower back. And just repeat that process for as many times as you want. This is one of the movements that I do frequently when I'm sitting for a long time, and also one of the movements that I do and I recommend to hundreds of thousands of people when they're traveling all the time, because that sedentary position really wreaks havoc on your lower vertebrae. So this is a great way to keep the vertebrae nice and mobile, nice and happy, and keep you pain-free while you're out on the road. All right, so next time that you're in your rig and you're driving and you get that pain in your back, this is the one move I want you to go to.
Thanks again, Hope. We know you all are going to find that tip helpful while y'all are out on the road. See you next time on the Truck Boss Show.
A big shout out to Hope. Thank you for all those great tips. Landon, it is very important for us to take care of ourselves, especially if you're out on the road. You know what? We got to take care.
Now I have back pain, and here's the biggest thing though.
But you're not a truck driver, Landon. It's not
true,
about you
but
all the time.
I am a driver. I'm that four-wheeler that I am not flipping off a truck driver because I love everybody.
You better
else.
not. You got a little tic tac.
Are you kidding me?
You have a little car like the size of a little Lego.
I do. It's a hybrid. Don't make fun of me. Blah blah blah. We'll do a tour of that. You should see 40s ride, but whatever.
Mine is cool.
Anyway, get a part of Boss Nation. We'll talk about that in a minute, and you'll see really what's behind the scenes. But what I love about Hope is her energy, and every time you see her, it's the same thing. And what's cool is I actually at Matt's interviewed her husband. she's like that all the time.
She is. I saw a video of her the other day because I follow her on social media. This girl's at the airport doing stretches. I'm not trying to do that at the airport. I'm on my phone trying to find out what's going on.
Exactly.
But she's out there stretching out, letting you know, listen, you could do it anywhere. No excuse.
At the airport,
So don't miss
I'm
the gym
actually
today.
at the restaurant bar having a good time, but that's okay. But I am watching golf. And that's the other side of the things. I mean, if it's not trucking, it's golf, and we're good to go. So, 2 worlds of greatness right
Now, moving on. We got something good that's coming up.
We do.
At the end of this month.
We absolutely do.
We're going to get the opportunity to be out with our friends with the Bandit Big Race Series, which we are looking forward to. This is going to be taking place when?
In Lebanon, Missouri, June 21st. Do I sound like an announcer? I mean, like announcing the race? And coming around the corner. No, I mean,
We can pretend, but no.
No, I got to get some water for that. I will have an opportunity to sound like that. But as a street team, we're going to be there covering it live. We have an awesome setup. We're partnering with our friends at Big Rigs, and they're going to have an incredible event. Truck Boss is going to be there, bringing it live to you. So if you can't be there, you'll see it live on Facebook,
Yes,
YouTube,
you will.
etc. But if you are there, you need to find us because we have some awesome swag, some great stuff at our space that we're going to be right there in front of the racetrack, behind the scenes and everything.
Yes, it's going to be a great time. We do look forward to it. Now, if you want to check them out, remember they're all over social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I mean, just Google Bandit Big Race Series. You cannot miss them. A lot of great stuff.
That's it. These guys do it right. It's going to be a lot of fun. We can't wait to be there, and it's going to be here in less than 3 weeks. It's just flying by.
Super
How is
excited.
it already June? Crazy.
Time has flown.
Crazy time. But as always, Isela, it's been a lot of fun with you. Thank you so much for putting up with me and my cookie cutter status, apparently.
I guess I have no choice.
And
Next time I'm going to request for Niki to be on the show.
Proud
But
of
hey,
myself putting up with your gangsta 40 style
quit
kind of.
telling people that. People are really going to get the bad. Don't believe him. I'm not like
whatever
that.
impression you're getting, trust it. Okay? That's how we're going to do it. But
Can I
hey,
get Niki for the next show, please?
pretty much, and our producer's behind it. You can ask her. But in all seriousness, a lot of fun. And if you don't know why we do this,
Because you're the boss.